Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So, whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Hello, my name is Alaska, and I'm very excited to be here with my dear friend, Jeremy.
Hello,
Hi.
everyone. I'm Jeremy. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, hallelujah. We're really excited because we have a new musical project coming out, and it is called Amethyst Journey. This is a new album, and it's coming out for pre-sale on iTunes August 10th.
Yes, and then the complete album will be available on iTunes August 17th.
Yes, I'm really excited to share this music with the world.
It's going to be absolutely magnificent.
Stunning.
Stand.
Forever. Dog.
Race chaser. Woo-hoo. Race chaser. Yeehaw. Race chaser. Woo-hoo. Race chaser. Yeehaw.
Hello, hello, hello. Vroom, vroom. Welcome to Race Chaser, the podcast that is dedicated to the discussion and dissection
And dissemination.
of every episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, starting from the very beginning.
The beginning.
Beginning. My name's Alaska. What's yours?
I'm Willam, and we have a very, 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 very special guest.
Yeah!
Hi,
It's Ongina.
Angina in the house.
How are you?
I'm so good.
Hi.
Hi. Still waiting for my check.
Okay.
But I'm really good, and I'm so excited to be here. I didn't realize that we were dissecting all the way from the beginning, so I'm happy to be here to spill the tea.
This
Girl.
is the beginning of episode 4.
Hey, you're our first guest.
Yeah.
I am?
Uh-huh.
I mean, unless we retroactively somehow.
You couldn't
I
get
don't
Glass
think-
Cock, Sotomayor.
We didn't have the travel budget.
You.
We don't have a liquor
I was
sponsor.
the joke about me is there's like a thing on Reddit where they joke about me just like standing ready at any given place or moment so that if a queen calls out, I'm at Mickey's, I'm at the Abbey, and that's what people think I work so much is because I'm just like readily available, hanging out at the club, ready and painted. And so when you guys called me today, I was just next door.
You were
And
ready and
I was
painted.
like coming over
Ready
right
to go.
now.
Full painted.
Full beat.
Where is Rebecca Glasscock?
I believe that she's currently selling cosmetic at a
Oh,
Bloomingdale's.
Oh, fierce.
Yeah. So she is now a retail queen, which is what I used to be.
Yeah.
I love a
So-
gift with purchase.
Hey, you know what? When you get 401k and
Girl.
full benefits insurance and you can get free skincare, I'm all super down.
Girl, give me the gifts.
Mama.
Give me all the gifts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give me your gifts.
Oh, give me gifts. I love gifts.
Oh, okay. So I want to get into this episode, and I'm so glad that you're here with us to give us sort of the behind the. It's like a mysterious.
The BTS of season 1, it's very unknown. We thought that
Yeah.
you guys filmed on a ship in
Well,
the Long Beach Harbor.
No, we
And then we heard it was the World of Wonder basement,
Yes,
had-
which got flooded, and that's why you were on the ship.
we had half a garage somewhere in North Hollywood. No, it was an actual studio. It's just now, I think the studio, they rent the whole thing, where I think for us, they rented a quarter of the studio.
And were
Right.
you
And then they-
blindfolded to get there?
Yeah, we basically hopped in the van and was blindfolded and didn't know where we were going until they unblindfolded me, and then it was at the Ramada. How do you say
Were
that?
you really blindfolded?
No,
Or
not
you-
really.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
because I was like, damn.
But it was like a kind of weird like situation where they're like, meet me at the parking lot of Ralph's on the corner of so-and-so.
With
5
all your
bags of
drag?
Yeah, like, no, I mean, somebody took me there, And I met, you had to meet them on location.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can't pick me up.
Oh, I made them pick me up. I told them I wasn't going to be ready. I won't be there. If they want me on this show, you're picking me up at my house because I had 5 50-gallon tubs.
Oh my God.
And they brought the car, and I was like, so you're going to need another car, baby.
How many gallon tubs did you have?
They said you could bring five pieces of luggage, so I brought 5 50-gallon tubs.
I'm such a rule follower that when the contract said 2 carry-ons and 2 check-in luggages, I had 2 carry-ons and 2 check-in luggages.
Wow.
And you were coming from LA, so or you were in LA.
I was in LA already.
So you probably could have brought
a little bit more.
But what about all your wit?
Oh, fuck off.
Oh my God.
I couldn't afford them at the time, so I just decided, you know what? I'm never gonna afford them at all.
Now, did they make you bunk up and roommate together in the hotel?
No, we had our own rooms. It was and then we had the phones were taken out, obviously, and then we were supposed to stay there. But I remember people sneaking out of their rooms and hanging out in the pool area.
That's disgusting.
Right.
I know, such rule breaking.
That's not what the game is about.
It was laissez-faire in the earlier seasons.
It was, and it was like, when we got hungry, we would just like open the door and there would be a PA floating around and be like, "Hey, you, can I get some tacos?" And then they're like, "No, just come down here and get some." And we're like, "Okay." So it was kind of like flazeda. Is that the word?
Yeah. Yeah, it totally is.
Yeah. For this show, it definitely is the word.
Did you audition? Were you approached? How did that happen?
Okay, so the whole casting process was actually really crazy because I had just moved to Los Angeles from New York City, and I'd been here probably like a good 6 months, and 6 months to a year. And I actually, when I moved here, stopped performing because I was technically not a drag queen performer. I was kind of like a party kid, boy in
arts,
drag, that kind of stuff. Like, whatever. I worked at Lucky Chang's in New York, so that was kind of like my tea. I hosted karaoke. Anyway, and then I started performing at Mustache Mondays and other parties downtown.
La Cita, that's where I saw you the first time. You were doing Halo by Beyonce on Christmas Eve.
Oh my God. And I was...
There were logo cameras there, and I knew that the season had filmed. I was like, oh, she must have won. They're following her.
It was like crazy because
you were insanely good. You made me believe in lip syncing, honestly. Because
thank you.
Before that, I was like, girls lip syncing, whatever. But... the number was you had a hipster Jesus and he was hot.
I did.
And then you were mourning his death, and then by the end you were riding him and he took his crown and you were fierce. And I was like, she won. She must have won.
I just got goosebumps. I can't believe you remember
Honey,
that.
I remember that whole
very
performance.
blasphemy. People were like, you can't do that performance. But I dressed up as the Virgin Mary.
It was great.
And I had my Jesus as he was dying, like he was taken down from the cross, dying in my arms.
Like Pieta.
Michelangelo,
exactly. Totally.
And then at the end of it, as the song starts to rise in beat, I started to just turn around and have sex with this Jesus Christ,
great.
and it was crazy.
I remember that number, and then your "I Will Always Love You" number. Like those are the two that made me think lip syncing is cool and okay,
So, but because of that, they sent out the casting director. They sent out like these little minions out in Los Angeles to follow different drag queens. I'm not sure if you had the same?
Yeah, they tracked me down.
Exactly.
Downtown.
So they would track you down, and then they would, like, this lady came up to me, and she's like, hey, we're doing this new TV show. It's about drag queens. And I was like, not interested. And then I walked away. And then she followed me for about, like, a good week and a half until the Monday before the thing was due. Because it was due on a Tuesday. And then finally, she caught me at Mustache Mondays on a Monday 2 weeks later. And she's like, Anjana, we love the way that you perform. We love your look. It's very different, blah, blah, blah. Can you just please send a video? And I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. So the next day, I called my friend because at the time you were supposed to film a video with your assistant that you were going to bring on set with you.
Yeah.
Kind of like your partner person.
Who was yours?
His name is Jose Rodriguez.
Oh,
Hologram City.
Yeah.
Jose.
He did a pop-up shop here, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's incredible. And he was
Right.
going to be my person. And then so we filmed it that night. That's when I ate the hot dog and everything. And then...
what do you mean ate the hot dog?
So in my audition tape basically the audition tape needed to be 10 minutes, right? They're like no longer than 10 minutes, but because it was the day before it was due, I filmed like an hour and a half worth, and I just gave him the entire tape, and I go, take whatever you want from it and edit it. Just because I couldn't edit it.
Right.
So part of that is where after the club at like 2:30, there was a lady selling bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Street meat, I love it.
Street meat, which I love. And so I got some and I ate it in drag. And then as I was chewing it full, like my mouth full of food, I was like, still size Shira, bitch. And I don't know if you've ever seen that. I was
What?
like,
Was that
I said I'm a still size zero, bitch. In like this full drag regalia, but
So you were the first body shamer on Drag
exactly,
Race,
I
not
was.
Michelle.
Exactly. And so I sent that in, and then 2 weeks later they called me for an in-studio interview, and then 2 weeks later I got this little note card that says, "Hang on to your tucking panties. We're really close." And I was like, nothing's gonna happen. And then I had to do the psych evaluation, the drug test, like all that stuff, and then finally it got to them calling me while I was at work, because at the time I still was working.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "We have a couple more questions. We're gonna put you on speaker." And I think there was like more than 2 people in the room, but obviously only 2 people were speaking.
Yeah.
And then they asked me a couple more questions, and I was like, "Yeah, this, no, that." And then finally they were like, "All right, well that's it. Hold 1 second." And then they unmuted it and like, "We would love for you to be." And I was like, ah. So it was really. So that was my entire process.
Nice.
How long was the shooting process of season 1?
3 days, right?
Oh my god.
I want to say you're not far off. I want to say it was like 21 days
That makes
or
sense.
27 days. I think I was there.
So it's almost a month.
It was
Or a
like a little over 3 weeks, and that was it. I think.
Okay.
And I think from the beginning to BB winning, it was at least like maybe 25 days. And I think from me to going home, I think it was like 17 days or less than that.
Did you have to take off work from your job?
I did. And like I said, I'm not a rule breaker. So I was like, "I'm sorry."
Why do you
but
look at me when you say that every time?
Girl.
So I was like, I have a family emergency. I need to take personal leave. And then so they let me, and then I came back and I was like, "Family's good. I'm back to work." Because it's like you didn't have to really do anything after you got eliminated on our season. You could just go on with your life, and so I did.
Right.
You didn't have to do the promo shoot like Porkchop did. The promo shoot's usually done the episode after the first episode. But I think they've changed that now. I know All Stars 3, they all came out after everything was filmed and did the whole promo shoot.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Thorgy was up in my attic looking for gold outfits. She's like, "They wouldn't let me wear my outfit. They said it wasn't gold enough." I was like, "What are they going to do, girl? Not let you win?"
Right.
Or just wear it. Fuck them, And, she still like played by the rules a little bit, and they gave her the lovely little Lavon dress. Is that how you say it? Lavon?
Oh, Lanbon?
Fuck. God damn it. Yeah, that.
That one.
Yeah. So,
Let's get into this episode.
Okay.
Well, let's take a quick break and then we're going to get into this song.
Okay.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. A reminder that whatever you're going through, you don't have to go through it alone.
You know, life is a journey, and honey, it's a long one. Some days feel good, and others feel a little bit overwhelming.
But having someone on your side to listen, to understand, and support you, that can make all the difference.
There is so much value in therapy. The stress relief, the understanding of your inner life, knowledge and perspective gained from the process. I really recommend therapy.
BetterHelp has quality therapists who work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S.
And they've got a therapist match commitment, which means you can focus on the therapy goals that you identify by filling out their short BetterHelp questionnaire. And of course, you can change your therapist at any time if your pairing isn't a match.
With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is one of the world's largest online therapy platforms, having served over 5 million people globally.
And if you're looking for therapy in this new year, check out BetterHelp.
You don't have to be on this journey alone. Find support and have someone with you in therapy.
Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/drag.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/drag.
Chime is changing the way people bank. They offer the most rewarding, fee-free banking, and it's built just for you.
I don't want to interrupt here, but I want to chime in. They're not like traditional old banks that charge you overdraft and monthly fees. Plus, they have thousands of fee-free ATMs. There's nothing more frustrating than added fees when you're just trying to access your own money.
Exactly. So with Chime, you are not just switching banks, you are upgrading to America's #1 choice for banking with a Chime checking account.
And how about some of these benefits? All benefits here, honey. Get 5% cash back on a Chime card in a category of your choice, like gas or groceries. And you get savings that grow faster with 3.75 APY. That's 9 times higher than the national average.
And don't forget, they also have Spot Me, which lets you overdraft up to $200 fee-free.
We all need to be proactive in our own finances and understand what our money's doing, and banking can be confusing. There's so many hidden fees and policies that are different at each bank, so you have to look out for you, and with Chime you could do that.
Yes, God, and don't just settle. Find what works for you and get the perks and benefits that are beneficial to your life. Check out Chime.
Honey, I did. I'm a Chime user, and Chime is not just smarter banking, it's the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today.
Head to chime.com/drag. That is chime.com/drag. It only takes a few minutes to sign up.
Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services provided for MyPay and Chime Card provided by Chime Bank Partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated annual percentage yield and cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required.
Checking account ranking based on a J.D. Power survey published October 20th, 2025. For more information on APY rates, MyPay, SpotMe, and travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures.
You know I love a Helix. I just got another one.
Feels like another one. And why wouldn't you? We love Helix.
Yes, not only is Helix a mattress that is so comfortable, but it also helps me get my best sleep. Help me sleep.
Help me sleep. Did you know a study Helix ran found that 82% of those involved saw an increase in their deep sleep cycle while sleeping on a Helix mattress? That is a big percent, okay? They've got high quality mattresses and a reputation to match.
I've been on so many mattresses from Helix. I've been on the Midnight Dusk. I've been on the Elite model.
Oh, yes.
I sleep cool. I sleep on my head. I sleep any way I want on Helix.
Exactly. And you don't want to miss out on this Memorial Day sale. Ooh. So here's how you get a Helix. You take the Helix Sleep Quiz,
check.
And based on your answers, they recommend one of their many different models. Mm-hmm. So if you like it firm or you like it soft, or if you run hot when you sleep, Helix has something just for you.
And you can rest easy with seamless returns and exchanges. The Happy with Helix guarantee offers a risk-free, customer-first experience designed to ensure you're completely satisfied with your new mattress.
So do something good for yourself and get a Helix. Lay around all day, rest easy, and sleep well.
Go to helixsleep.com/drag for 27% off site-wide, exclusive for listeners of Race Chasers.
That's right. That's helixsleep.com/drag for 27% off site-wide.
Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they can know we sent you. That's helixsleep.com/drag.
So the first thing that happens on this episode is you walk into the room and the mirrors are all gone.
Mm-hmm.
Who broke them?
Chanel's face.
Oh,
I'm
man.
just kidding.
Damn, cracked.
So yeah, we walked in, and I mean, it wasn't a big deal for me because it looked like I hadn't been using a mirror anyway.
Oh,
So,
come now.
I just really love this Vaseline filter because when you watch it now, it's like I'm really thankful for it. I mean, I know this was for Ru, but for me, because I barely knew how to apply makeup at the time.
Well, you don't need it also.
Oh, well, thank you. But no, seriously, I didn't know how to apply the level of makeup they expected at that time because the level of makeup I was delivering was just completely different from like the essence of what it was about.
Yeah.
But I was happy with my makeup, even though, you know, I had like 2 sets of eyebrows, which is my signature because what the mini challenge was that we had to paint other queens. Like we were paired up and we had to paint each other. And Chanel painted me lovely because obviously she's MUA hashtag and she's amazing.
Hashtag MUA.
Yeah, and she really is one of the few that really took the time to like help me. I think she saw my abilities and was like, I'm gonna help you. So anyway, she painted me lovely, and then it was great, and then I painted her with 2 sets of eyebrows.
Oh, she must have been plucked.
Well, she didn't quite understand why it was so awful.
Wow.
But
It's hard though. Like navigating someone else's face is not.
It is.
It's never easy.
I had to do it on my season, but I won.
Oh, yeah?
I said, we're just going to put blue paint all over you, LaQueer. Trust me. And we won.
It's
the
I think
dye
it's
pack.
I know my bone structures and I know where I want to like contour my face and sink in my face and elevate my eyebrows. Like I know all that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know that for yours, so I couldn't be a makeup artist for
Right.
someone else's, but for myself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Chanel was good enough that they used her on Drag U for a bunch of seasons. So, I mean, you know, all respect to her.
Yeah, she was the regional Chanel makeup artist training manager before Drag Race.
Really?
Yeah, she really was.
Wow. Does she still do makeup, or is she
No,
just
she's just a showgirl.
I remember when Derek Barry started doing drag, I think this was after he was dating her, but she said, "You'll never be me." Quote.
Yeah.
Who knew that Derek and Chanel dated?
You will never be
You'll
me.
never be me.
Wow.
So who looked Boo Boo the Fool in this challenge, and who looked really good?
Okay, so Boo Boo the Fool was definitely Chanel.
Because it's 30 minutes as well.
It
It's
was-
also like not
That's
any
not even
time.
enough time to dry your eyebrow.
No, Mom.
No, but Chanel looked really bad,
She looks really-
and Rebecca looked really bad, and Rebecca thought that BB did it
On purpose?
On purpose?
Well,
Look, she-
That is a level of. But I mean,
it's regional.
I think it's girl makeup. I mean, Jade looks beautiful, I think.
Jade. I think Nina did a really good job on Jade's face.
Jade
Yeah.
also has a really
I think
easy
she
face to
won.
paint.
Yeah.
Oh, but actually, I'm confused because I think she won that mini challenge, but she won by painting Nina, and I didn't think that Nina looked as good as
Chanel don't look like she got no makeup on. Wow, you didn't do her. Wow. Wow.
And my signature cheek is that to just put
Ultra blush.
like ultra blush all the way
Yeah.
to like the back of my ears,
Yeah.
and
Chanel looks displeased.
Wow.
she was
Slightly
very
plucked.
disappointed. And I wasn't doing it on purpose. I was like, I didn't have time to glue anyone's eyebrows down, so
There's
they
no
were light
time.
enough. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna draw one up above to like elevate her brow line, but on TV, even though it
Wow.
wasn't HD,
Yeah.
you can see.
There's definitely two there. Now,
Girl.
Chanel claims that she should have won the challenge. It's very Milk, All Stars 3.
Absolutely. And to her defense, I mean, she's very confident in her abilities and her drag,
Yeah.
and she should have won every challenge in my season. And there were some that I completely agree with, and there were some where I'm just like, girl, sit down.
Jade actually won this one for doing the quick makeup on Nina, which
Yeah.
I think is kind of weird because Nina looks fine, but like, I thought you looked better.
I think Chanel should have, like, this was one of those instances where I think Chanel should have taken the mini challenge prize because I think this is the best I've ever looked at that time.
Yeah, you look beautiful.
Though, what is the prize of this mini challenge? Do you remember? I don't.
Yes, you get an extra 5
time
minutes
on the
on the Viva-Glam.
Okay,
Which
so
was the
that's
main challenge,
That's
yeah.
actually a good prize.
It kind of is.
Though sometimes mini challenges are bad to win because if you get to pick the team, which is usually the prize,
Right.
then
It sets
any
up.
problem is, well, you had an advantage. You had 5 extra minutes and
Yeah.
you still didn't do
and you
good.
still fucked up. Luckily, that didn't happen with me when I had my group on episode 2 because I killed that
Right.
bitch and
Girl,
I won.
you did.
I just basically the whole idea for that episode. I know we're not talking about that, but that idea is just like I've managed so many people in my retail career as a manager, managing like 50 people.
Yeah.
Maybe less, like 5. So I just basically took that approach and managed the 3 people that were in my team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they needed management.
And people want to listen to you because you're likable. you
Oh,
know?
thanks.
I think.
Yeah.
I would listen to you. I know.
I think I'm on the verge of breaking though at this point. I'm not gonna be the nice queen anymore. I'm just kidding. I'm always gonna be the nice queen.
Oh my god, I would love that. Just
If I just
Ongina.
broke.
Oh my god, I have to work with Ongina. She's a monster.
Can you imagine?
Oh my god.
She made me play her mix off her phone. I think the edit is starting to reveal by this episode everyone's true feelings about Rebecca, which is tolerable at this point.
At this point, people, us as contestants, I think we were just kind of like sick of like the games she was playing and the emotions she was trying to deliver to kind of manipulate the situation to favor her. And I just didn't find a lot of genuine interactions with her. I felt like everything was calculated to a point where it's like, or it's like calculated to a point where she did it to benefit her, and it could also be me not giving her the benefit of doubt, but I just like, it was a competition. I was having a good time, and I was, I at that time I really didn't have my eye on the prize, but I was determined to at least get to like where I needed to go for the next following episode. So I wasn't really like trying to focus on what she was trying to control, but I was like super over it.
Now, did you guys like my season? We got to hang out like after hours in the hotel. It was much more lax. Did you guys hang out?
Yeah, a little.
Was she included in those?
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Wow. So she was just a different person on set and playing.
No, I think her also her like shyness maybe could, because she was really shy outside of the camera, and then like when the cameras was, she wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Jekyll and Hyde.
Reality TV. What can you do?
Damn.
RuPaul does say at this point something about Linda Evangelista, which I think is foreshadowing to Valentina, who she had in a garage in North Hollywood at the time.
She did? I didn't remember.
Yeah. So I saw in my notes. When they gave you the Viva-Glam challenge, did you know immediately what you were going to do because of your limited amount of time?
No, so
Hey, I want to know why you had to leave the set. A very illicit
I hate you.
Miley.
So basically this was if people actually are that in tuned into the details of every single episode of RuPaul's Drag Race ever,
Just talk to Alaska then.
Yeah, exactly. you would find that my cutbacks, are they called cutbacks? You're the one on TV. Cutaways were the same. It was me in that mirror in that pink robe putting on lipstick, and I think they showed it like 4 times. Because I had to leave set to go to court.
For what? DUI?
That day, no. Oh. I've never...
Battery.
I have never said what it was for, and I'm not gonna say it now. 10 years later, the secret's still kept within.
Just tell us.
No, fuck off.
No, they can't see us.
If you are curious, you will remain curious.
Will you
Exactly.
tell us if you're on All Stars 4?
I will.
So you left this episode to go film All Stars 4. That is insider secret.
Oh my god.
Did you know before you started filming that you would have to leave?
Yes. So basically, when I got asked to be on the show, I told them 2 very important things. The producers that I was directly speaking to, there's only 2 people. Mm-hmm. And obviously, I'm sure that information was shared with everyone else.
Chanel Perillo.
But
she wasn't on board
no
yet.
actual like executive producer. But basically, one was that I had a court date at this date, and they were actually really nice. They were like, "We're gonna try and make that like a dark day so that you can go. Maybe we could," because we had breaks in between. We didn't film every single day.
We did two episodes.
Yeah,
and
and then
break.
2, right?
Yeah,
exactly. So they were trying to, and then it just didn't happen with everyone else's schedule. So what they did was they let me film the mini challenge, and then they took me out, escorted me to court, and then a couple of hours later, I came back, and then I had 20 minutes to do my commercial.
What did you wear to court, though? A thing on
Did
your
you
head?
not see
heels?
No, but did you? I was wearing white skinny jeans,
Yeah.
a purple stripe button down, a black blazer. You
A
can
loofah
see
dress.
It. I brought my loofah dress because I wanted to win my case.
Yeah.
So,
the bailiff loved it.
and I did. I won it.
Bailiff.
Atta girl.
So anyway, I had 20 minutes to do this commercial, and it was really stressful.
Wow.
And really overwhelming, but
Because of the time, or
because
of
of
the
the
subject
time.
matter?
And so because of that, I actually didn't know up until I returned what kind of message I was going to deliver until I started talking to some of the queens.
Because you didn't know if you'd be in jail or not.
Right, exactly.
Oh my god.
I had different worries
Yeah.
that morning. And then, so when I came back, they were all talking about, like, what they're going to do. And they're like, what are you going to do? And I was like, I'm going to do a celebration of life. And I think that stemmed from the second information that I gave the producers is that I'm HIV positive. But I didn't want it to be on TV or talked about. And because my parents didn't know at the time.
Right.
And I honestly didn't want to talk about it until, you know, I was ever actually, until this crazy episode happened, and then I won, and then I became a spokesperson for Mac Viva-Glam, and how that hit so close to home for me.
Yeah.
And then so basically at the end you'll see that the emotions just kind of took over me,
Yeah.
and I just kind of, it just naturally came out. So it became like my coming out story.
Yeah.
And I did it purely because I was super, super, super overwhelmed with the fact that I had just won something so incredibly close to me, and how that was so important to me. So I wanted to share with the judges why I was so super emotional about it, and it just came out.
I think it's the best moment of season 1 for sure.
Thank
it's
you.
Better than the crown. It's honestly a watershed moment for all of reality TV, and it still should be looked. And I don't know if it should be included on a shocking list of reality TV moments, but it's, you know, because shocking has like a way of just thinking like, oh my god, without the actual gravitas of it being worthy of it. But like it was, you know, like I wouldn't put my elimination in the category of that kind of thing, because that is, it's meaningful, you know, it's not fake. There's something behind it.
Yeah, and
I loved it. I loved it.
Thank you.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Definitely the authenticity of that moment shines through. And I think it's the first season. We don't know what this show is or where it's going to go or what it's going to become. So it's like, it was extremely authentic. And I think that's why it's still like,
resonates, yeah.
It's still resonating.
And you know, there's always going to be backlash in anything that you do on television because it's reality TV. So I think a lot of people feel like you're becoming best friends with these people that you're watching on TV, and that you know them so personally.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That you know them so personally. And you guys know this, I mean, obviously. But two things happened from that. And the one thing is that it received such a positive, no pun intended, a positive, like, moment for a lot of HIV positive people.
Yeah.
And because of that, people get to share their stories with me, which I'm super humbled to hear, because I share the same with them. And I think that when they share it with me, it just puts me in a place where I feel like me coming out to my parents is the right thing and was the right thing to do. And I think that's part of why I think that's part of why this moment on this episode was so important, because it like helped me kind of take this weight off of my shoulders and remove the fear of being HIV positive, and then being able to be open about it, and then finally telling like your super minority parents that like, not only are you gay and you dress up as a woman for work, and the third thing is I'm HIV positive. So there's a lot of like what I thought would be disappointment from them, and that's the last thing that I wanted for them to feel. So that's why it was like, and you know, that's one of the things that came out that was really good from that episode. And then the second thing, during the run of that season, a lot of people were saying how calculated that was so that I would be more famous.
Oh wow.
And it's like, no, it really
not exactly.
It really didn't happen that way. Like if you were really there, like I was like super adamant about not talking about it. It's just like, you know, on the list they said, oh, what medications are you taking? What is it for? And so I had to put like my regimen at the time. And so literally I hadn't even think about my status up until the very last beat of that episode, because of what had happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for the people that are denying the fact that I was authentic, you can all fucking shove a dildo up your ass.
So wait, what happened with this Twitter thing though?
Oh, okay. So we're talking about season 1, and so basically somebody
was this recent?
It was recent, actually. It was like a few weeks ago, and basically this person was like, you'll probably see a lot of porn on my Twitter right now, but hold on, let me pull it up. So basically somebody was like, Billboard posted the shocking moments of like, you know, shocking moments on RuPaul's Drag Race. I was on it. And you were on there.
Yeah.
Really? For what?
Number 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was like boo-hoo-hooing on her GIF. Is it called a GIF? GIF.
Oh.
What's the moving picture?
GIF or GIF?
GIF. What? Anyway, so this person was like, one of my fans was like, how about when Ongina bravely told the world she's HIV positive?
Yeah.
Which is, you know, like, I sometimes, that kind of like put me in this emotional feeling because I've been in my feelings a lot lately. But it basically kind of triggered something for me where I feel that season 1 is never going to get the recognition that it truly deserves, because a lot of people watched the show from starting with season 3 or even season 2. Mm-hmm. And even for the longest time, season 1 was forgotten or lost or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. There was even, you know, an article that I read where they didn't really believe so much in season 1, and I'll read it. But basically, I was just like, I'll just read it because I don't remember what I said because, again, I was in my feelings. But I was like, because season 1 will never get the recognition it truly deserves. I don't say this from my coming out story. I say this because it's true. Diehard fans since day 1 knows, but most of these lists are compiled by people who believe and watch RuPaul's Drag Race starting with season 3. And I said, also because the show's relevance has been lost since the season is, or was. It's now available on iTunes for $20. For $14.99, but most new fans won't watch it because of its quality, the Vaseline lens, the budget, or whatever reason. But I encourage everyone to. We just had as much CUNT.
Yeah.
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Yeah.
And lastly, lists like this and others are purely one-dimensional from the author's point of view only and no one else's, so it totally makes sense.
I think the list, it just ranking us and vote for who you like. All the little after competitions. It's like, you know, I'm grateful my name's in your mouth and stuff, but like, stop. It's being divisive amongst us. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't need lists. What we do need is a break though for our sponsors. See you in a minute.
Out of all the seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race, there's one contestant who stands out as an icon above all the rest. And that, of course, is Tammy Brown. Yes. So this is a segment we like to call Tammy Tidbits.
Well, what was your overall experience doing season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race?
Well, it was a pain in my ass.
Did you have to take off work?
Literally, it was a pain in the ass. I mean, it was a pain in the ass. And I was nervous, too, when I got out of there. Because, what are they going to paint me as, you know? Like, because, you know, it's in their hands to do with us however they want. So, yeah. Luckily, of course, I came out an underdog, which was fine. But it was a pain in my ass. You know how they put us in quarantine and they give us that psychoanalysis test, whatever they do to us with the 500 questions, and then they don't give us the food craft services, you know. And
girl, I'm right there with you.
I was like, really? So, you know, and I get angry too when I see like people getting mistreated. I kind of like gangbusters. I'll jump on the bandwagon and get out my dukes, so to speak.
Yeah.
But it was a pain in the butt. I wish that there was more recognition for season 1. I mean, you all are much more lucky because later seasons, I mean, I was on All Stars number 1 again, too. But I mean, but still, again, we're cheated in a sense.
Yeah, I agree with you on being cheated on All Stars because I know they had room for 10 girls, but they only had the budget to produce 6 episodes. So making teams was the only way that they could afford to do the first All Stars, and it kind of did a disservice to all you girls, you know?
Correct.
Yeah, I wish it would have been separate because I would have loved to see what you did on that, you know?
Would have been easier.
Yeah, right, girl?
Tell me tidbits.
And we have returned. I want to talk about this main challenge.
Okay.
Because I like this main challenge, this format, because it's kind of real world.
It's something that RuPaul would actually have done in her career.
Yeah.
In my season, when she told us that we were doing stuff that we have done, it's like, did you dress up as a dog, do a poli-sci debate, and then do a pregnancy challenge? Like, I don't know, girl. Like, I feel like your season was really rooted in stuff that Ru would have done.
I think there's a lot more authenticity in my season based off of the fact that it was the first one, and there's not a lot of what maybe we could say gimmicks and or produced produced content.
Yeah.
Because I think we didn't know what we were supposed to do, so I was just there as myself,
which is
having
clear
a good
by
time.
Chanel's performance in the main challenge this week. She had no clue what she was supposed to do at all. She was doing a TED Talk in a bus driver wig. She looked like a stenographer in a courtroom.
I don't know what a stenographer
Was she the
is.
stenographer
It's like a
at your
triceratops.
court date?
Oh, that's the stegosaurus. I'm sorry. Yeah, right. She went with you. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, like, as far as like authenticity, I think one of the things that they said about season 1 is that Rue wanted to book queens that represented her in her past drag career, and I think you can kind of see the elevate, like, not elevation. What is the word? Anyway, I'm losing it. But from
The evolution.
Like, evolution. Thank you.
She
from,
has phases in her career.
Yeah. So that is supposed to represent each one of us. Well, she had a club kid days, this day, a rock and roll days, and she had like a fishy like moment in her career up until like Glamazon. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's been said of my season that I find to be true, and that's why I say there's an authenticity to it as well.
Totally.
Did you think that you were going to win the challenge based off your performance?
I didn't. I actually thought that BB was gonna win. She took it from a very personal, straight from, you know, like the heart, from the motherland, and it resonated really, really well. When you actually watch it, it looked really good, and the message was really strong and powerful. And I thought that she was gonna win because of just the message that it was trying to convey on her part.
Yeah, and she's from Africa, and she's wearing African garb.
It was really powerful to watch.
Totally.
AIDS is like a huge thing in Africa.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
I think that Jade was the original busy queen. She goes from photo shoots to gigs.
Busy drag queen.
Busy drag queen.
Busy drag queen.
So booked.
I want to talk about your experience.
Okay.
And the first thing you say when you walk in
is what?
What do you say?
What do I say? Hi. So I never said that I originated the hi,
you did.
but thank you. But I think just from hanging out with the LA Queens, I think a lot of us like said hi to each other. But But yes, I was the first to say it on Drag Race on episode 4, season 1, about 18 minutes and 31 seconds.
Check the timestamp.
Check the timestamp, honey.
And Alaska still owes me money for that.
Oh yeah, girl.
I know.
Yeah, contact the accountant and we'll divvy up the
Give me PayPal.
Yes, $10,000 by PayPal.
So basically, my approach was, after hearing everyone else's story, a lot of people was taking it to a deeper emotional level, and I wanted to approach it where life is still celebratory, and this is when I start to then think my personal story about it, and this is when this is when it finally came into mind that me being HIV positive, even people around me didn't know it could bring such a better message when you do it and you approach it in a celebratory way, because AIDS and HIV is not a death sentence anymore.
Yeah.
It could be a controlled disease, and it's really important for people to not fear, no longer fear what they don't know about it, and that you could continue to live as a glamorous life and a life that you dreamed of even better. Doesn't matter if you have HIV or not.
Yeah.
And so that's the approach I took.
I think anytime a challenge is looked at from a colorful and excited point of view, you gave it like an Annie Mame aspect, and that's always better to watch and more rewarded, I think, than something that has more of a somber tone. What do you want to see on TV? You want to see a celebration, and that's what you gave them.
Yeah.
Rebecca just fucking psyched herself out on this challenge. She was crying, and it seems like she couldn't keep the storyline straight in her head about what she was going to be doing.
Well, I mean, people can't have HIV and AIDS. I think HIV developed into AIDS.
Yeah, she did say that her friend had HIV and AIDS. Maybe she has more than one friend. Or he's got split personalities.
Right.
Too.
And also, BB, said that she didn't know the authenticity of that, and I never want to dismiss anybody who's going through such a rough situation in their life, but I don't
talk about her contour like that.
Oh my god. But again, her approach to it is much different than mine, and I was being lost with the details of it, and the details might not be important at this point because it is what it is, but it's definitely something that she took to heart and messed with her the entire time that she was filming her.
There is
commercial.
one detail that I have to go over.
The hat?
The hat? Whose hat? Oh, Rebecca's hat? No, I'm ignoring that. I'm ignoring that down boots. The detail is the pit crew is wearing shoes, which doesn't happen usually. And because I hate a shoeless hoe. If I see a go-go boy without shoes, I'm tipping him a 20 to go buy some fucking Toms. Because I hate hoes without shoes. I don't need to see your feet on a box. And some of y'all toenails ain't right. So Kenyon was wearing flip-flops. That's one of the pit crew boys. And I just think it was a watershed moment. I mean, your coming out story was amazing too, but he's got shoes on.
No, I love that you noticed. I've rewatched this series over and over because I just love watching myself on TV.
Hallelujah.
But I mean,
how are you shocked that I noticed the anatomical body part of the gorgeous black man? How are you shocked? Of course, I look at the feet so I can see if the dick's gonna be good.
Well, here's the thing about those pit crew boys is I don't think that I think they were afraid of me. They wanted to interact with me at the very least. I think unless I had a big booty or big tits or hair.
You didn't even put a wig on.
Because they were straight.
They were straight, and I think they couldn't get into the illusion, but they loved the Kasha.
Oh.
They were living for her.
She don't wear panties.
No, exactly.
You saw that Mickey show. Now, on the main stage this week, you looked gorgeous.
Thank you.
The assignment was best drag, right?
It was best drag, much
But
like
that
episode 3 was best drag.
Yeah.
Did they just keep Did they tell you what to bring when you packed, or were they
Yeah,
just like bring your drag?
So now there's probably 35 things on the list just so they can figure out. Yeah, there's a lot. I wouldn't know. I haven't been called for All Stars yet, but there's a lot of things on the list.
Shade rattle.
Hey, we don't go for that sort of defamatory talk about the mothership.
But I think we had 15 things in our list.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I want to pull it up. I actually have the letter.
Oh, I love that.
But it's not. It wasn't on an email. They sent it on an envelope.
Oh my god!
I swear.
2008.
2008. Yeah.
Oh my god!
So there was 15 things on the list, and it included cowboy look, best drag, black and white. There was a couple more, but it was really short, and so our runway was mostly best drag the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, the first episode, obviously we had to make it. The second episode was a group challenge, so we made it.
Mm-hmm.
The third one was best drag, and then the fourth one, which is what we're talking about, is best drag as well. And I was wearing Beaumont and Provenza Schooler. I was the first label queen, but I never needed to talk about it.
Wow. Breaking out the West one.
By the way, I've been on Boston Public and
wearing Versace.
Wow.
This was the actual Dolce & Gabbana panty and trench coat from Sex and the City.
Hallelujah.
They made me talk about it. They prompted me.
No, I love it.
They knew.
But I was very much moted when everyone was like, "She's the first." I'm like, no,
not
no,
at all.
thanks.
Provenza Schuler. I think that Rebecca walking off stage before her challenge was kind of complete landed her in the bottom 2 for sure, right?
Was she on the bottom 2?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
I don't remember.
Who was in the bottom 2?
I think that it was
Rebecca and Jade.
and Rebecca, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yes, you were right. I think that her emotions, got the better of her.
Emotions taking her over.
Yeah, and
caught
I
up in
think...
sadness.
And that
Lost in
moment
song.
when she walks off stage, RuPaul is sitting there and RuPaul's like, so could you just... And she literally just grabs her water and walks past RuPaul.
so dramatic.
I'm like, oh my God. Could you imagine a queen doing that now? Approaching RuPaul, grabbing
Season 1
the water.
girls had balls. Remember when Tammy was like, excuse your language or whatever? Excuse your mouth?
Reunion special.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tammy was
girl.
OG. I love Tammy.
I love Tammy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being put in a category with Tammy.
Yeah.
But she walked off because she was in her feelings and
Yeah.
obviously something was going on in her head and she, it affected her negatively. And, but yeah, ballsy move to just interrupt Rue while she was trying to encourage you to do more and be like, peace.
Bitch, legend of the balls.
Exactly.
Do you think Rebecca or do you think Jade actually owns a full shirt, or is it all just crop tops?
Oh my god.
All crop tops?
You know, Jade, I love Jade. She's very
Me too.
she's
You got the body, show it, right?
yeah, exactly.
Girl,
she's
yeah.
masculine to a point where it's not super manly. And so I remember though in season 1 she never wanted to show her arms. And it wasn't until like much later in her career when she finally had the confidence, because she thought that it was too manly and too muscular. And
Same.
I have
Right.
the same problem.
I don't, I'm a lady. So dainty.
Come on, Top Tim. I love it.
So, but yeah, that's the. I don't know. I mean, I would never leave a room where my boss is trying to encourage me and just be like goodbye.
Yeah. Chanel should have left the room because she thought she was gonna lose.
Chanel was really hard to watch because I think she did not
Grasp
quite
the challenge.
grasp the challenge and understand what
Yeah.
was asked
It
of
felt
her.
like she was doing like a drug research study for Truvado or something. Like she
Right.
was doing market
was-
research testing or. It was
She
weird.
misunderstood the assignment, plain and simple, because they were like, you have 10 minutes to shoot your thing. So she wrote a 10-minute monologue.
Right.
Which was not the assignment. Like, and that's why this is such a real world challenge, because it's like when you're on a shoot, you have the studio, you can use whatever you want or as little as you want, and you have this amount of time, and you have to get footage that can be cut into the thing.
Yeah.
And you obviously, nailed it. You did visuals. You also had a strong vocal message. So it was the girls who were like, I'm talking.
Well, I think Chanel thought that she was going to be in the bottom for that week, and when we were getting ready in the back, she had this like purple Prince outfit that said Chanel on it and stuff, and it had like sleeves like very Prince, like open and whatever, cone like, and she was going to come out there, and she knew, like, she was really determined. She's like, I am going to juggle, like if it's the last thing I do on this stage, because she hadn't won anything, it's
Yeah.
gonna be the thing that I do. So, and then she was like practicing in the back, and it was super dramatic because she kept like dropping her pins and she couldn't do
Because
it.
of
Like,
her sleeve?
yeah, because of her sleeve. So she's like, I'm gonna change, and then she changed to that sexy like latex chained outfit with her body of God. I mean, she really has the best body.
True.
And at that time, and so, and then she,
Shade rattle.
she was.
Gained weight.
Yeah. No, she was doing the runway, and we were all gagged because it's like
Stupid human tricks are the best. I do it in my act all the time.
It's just incredible. Like,
And
it's
that
just incredible.
fits, and
I'm
that
seeing it right now as we're playing it on the laptop, but it's like,
Yeah, she's an incredible performer.
she really is. She's a true showgirl.
Yeah, and she topped Derek Barry.
Oh my God. Were you intimidated by her?
I was. Oh my God. So yes, I'm super, and until this day, I'm super intimidated by her. She is just.
She's a presence.
She really is to me incredible. Like I truly, truly love Chanel and Chanel's drag. And when I first walked in to the like the very first episode, and I walked in with like my Prada fringe bag and like this cute little outfit with my little feather, and I was barely painted, and I saw Chanel and Chanel's ass, I saw Nina Flowers, and I saw Rebecca.
Yeah.
Okay, the 3 best people in season 1. So I walked in and I see Chanel and her ass, Nina Flowers and her makeup.
God.
I know. And
You probably would've
Rebecca.
turned
Take the first to keep her running.
And Rebecca and her Delia's catalog outfit.
Well,
Thanks for the reference, Willam. And then, so basically I walked in and I was like, hi. Like, you can see I'm very somber, like, super nervous. I didn't know who these girls were. And I said it, but didn't ever use it. I was like, are you guys the hosts?
Oh my God!
I swear to
Wow.
God. I swear to God. I walked in, shook all their hands, and I was like, looked at them for like 5 seconds each, and I was like, are you guys the hosts?
Oh
I can't
my
believe they didn't use that.
Oh my God, they didn't use
That's
it. But I
choice.
was super scared, especially of Chanel, because she just looked stunning.
Yeah, always. On the runway, Rue mentions Jade's package again and says, there are still snakes on this motherfucking plane. That would be the first thing that I would notice when I walked in a room.
Absolutely.
So I understand.
You're such a big bottom. I mean, obviously. But the thing about Jade is that everyone knows she has a big penis. And she had trouble tucking it in her, like, you know, like very princessy fantasy in episode 3 with that gorgeous baby blue cape. But
I loved that.
I didn't think that it was so bad in her dominatrix look for best drag for episode 4.
Yeah.
I think that it was actually kind of hidden.
I think sometimes they find maybe like a chink in the armor, and then they...
I'm sorry, who did you call what, me?
Oh God! I don't mean to goop Jade or anything. But,
Oh my
that's
God.
another thing. Are we allowed to say goop still, or is it now goop?
It's goop.
It's gooped.
We say goop now.
Gooped.
Okay.
Yes.
Goop. I don't mean to goop her, but I'd love her to goop me. Get her goop all over me. I think on the runway, she was. I don't know where I'm going. I don't even know what page I'm
The
on.
dick. I mean, it's a story point.
Sorry, I got distracted.
And when you're introducing drag to the world for the first time, part of the thing is, oh, we're looking for the dick. Is it detectable? Is it, you know?
That's why I had him in my mouth.
Exactly.
That whole process, I've never talked ever until the second episode where Chanel...
Where I have to put my balls behind my body.
But basically, it was like so uncomfortable because my penis was behind my body, and I'd never had that experience. And then Chanel was like, "Put your balls up here, balls up here."
Oh my
and I was like, "I
God.
can't just push them in the back with my penis." It's like, "No, balls up here." And so when you see episode 2, you can actually see those two balls saying hello to you on
Huevos.
television. Just fucking huevos right there.
It's barbaric.
Oh my
I
God.
can't do it. They tried to do it to me.
Yeah, we did.
Courtney and Willam tried.
Do you not tuck?
She monster mashes.
No, I just monster mash and it just
Oh,
all
like, all
sort
the
of
way. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
flattens.
We call it the pearl.
That's what I did until Chanel was like, "No, we're gonna duct tape you." I'm like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
I'd rather be a court."
Do they show?
Girl, seriously.
Well, did they show your full commercials on the main stage? Did you have to watch them, or were they? Edited?
Yeah. Oh no, full. We all had to watch each
10
person.
minutes of each one. God damn, that's a lot.
No, you had 10 minutes. The commercial was 2 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So they cut them down, and did they re-show them to you on the main stage?
They just showed us the final product on the main stage.
Yeah.
Now Nina tripped a little bit, but like, did she really trip, or was it just?
No,
like
she
a
really
little
tripped.
Shuffle.
No. Oh, I mean, I think she just like overstepped her other foot. I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
But it wasn't like planned. If that's what you were asking.
I know girls have fallen and they haven't shown it before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think they wanted to show this one probably because Nina's so perfect.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she hadn't had any flaws.
The vulnerability
Yeah.
the judges
Exactly.
were looking for.
Yeah. Well, at that point, you know, like when Akasha fell, it was like, it's fine. We could just show that.
How much? Chad fell. That was it.
Yeah.
Chad fell my season,
Oh.
And they didn't
show it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you get all the MAC makeup you wanted?
I did. So, part
still
of...
getting
So, fast forward, obviously, I won.
Oh my God, spoiler!
Oh,
Just kidding. So, this episode is truly still, like, to my heart. And,
Yeah.
not because I became a spokesmodel for MAC Viva-Glam, and I got all the makeup in the world, but because I was, like I said, I was able to like release this huge weight off of my shoulders and be able to tell my parents. But the second best thing about that is getting all the makeup. So I had the opportunity to go to New York and meet with like MAC executives and stuff like that, and then I went to this like studio that they had in Flatiron, and they're like, "Oh, pick whatever you want," and I was like, "Okay." So I was like, "I want that one." No, they're like, "No, pick whatever you want," and I was like, "Can I get 2 sets of every brush?" They're like, "Yeah, it's coming." I was like, "Oh my God!" Literally, I still do. I have every single brush that MAC ever made twice times
Wow,
2 because I was
girl.
like,
You're smart.
Yeah, if they said whatever you want, and then
I love
they
it.
gave
Demure
me
at first, and then just give me 2 of everything.
yeah, and then I didn't actually get makeup, but I got did for that day because part of my prize was to be a spokesmodel for MAC Viva-Glam, and I was donating $25,000 to the Harvey Milk No, not Harvey Milk. Oh, it is the Harvey Milk High School. Sorry, I should know that. I'm so bad. But and I met the kids. I donated money. I had balloons. Wire Image was there. It was like a whole publicity stunt. And then but then I went home, and that was it. And then I've never heard from Mac again. And so I was like, where's the actual spokesmodel part? Like, where is my lipstick and my lip gloss? Where's my photo shoot?
Girl.
You know what I mean? Like, but it was an honor anyway, but I still am waiting to be an actual guest spokesperson, but I think that was like the gist of it.
Well, is the 10-year anniversary of that coming up? Because maybe they could make good on that.
Yeah, maybe. Hey,
That'd be
Mac.
Mac, are you listening?
I'm going to tell my friend Reagan. Down. I think that the judges loved your commercial, obviously, BB's commercials. Nina, they said she looked like a man. They didn't,
On the runway, but not in her commercial.
Yeah, they didn't love Rebecca's commercial.
No.
Or Jade's, which I found surprising. I thought Jade's was better than Chanel's.
Right.
I thought Chanel should have been in the bottom for the
Me, I
commercial.
agree, actually. Like, we're all consumers.
And so did
of this.
Chanel. Chanel
Right.
apparently thought it.
Well, we're all consumer of this product, and I am a customer who watches the show. And when I watched it, when the final fully edited version came out, and I watched it, I was like, "Oh, Chanel should have been in the bottom." Just because I'm just any other fan. Like, I have my opinions about whatever, and when I see it, I say it, and it's like she should have been on the bottom with Rebecca.
I can tell why they didn't know, because Chanel was such a great reality TV archetype that they couldn't afford to lose her that early. They could have afforded to lose Jade or Rebecca because they were both kind of like, Rebecca annoyed people. Jade wasn't getting polarizing opinions from anybody. Right. And that's the worst thing you could do on reality TV is just be like, okay.
And that's absolutely right. And I think now, 10 seasons later, I think why people create these characters because
White people?
No, these people.
Oh. Okay, I was like, wow.
You called me? No, just kidding. So I think now they are developing these characters before getting on the show so that they can have more of a dimension so that they'll stay longer. Where we literally were just ourselves.
Yeah, sometimes that's enough, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Would you say that Jade is right in saying Rebecca is the fakest bitch she ever met in her life?
I think at that moment, yeah.
Jade did not like her.
Yeah, Jade did not vibe with her at all.
Pulling no punches.
Absolutely not. And I think at that time, they've since made up and they're friends. And I don't talk to Rebecca.
There's no group chat?
No group chats. But I'm still friendly with all of them. Except for Pork Chop, but that's a different story.
Are there any rumors?
Wow! I'm just kidding.
Are there any rumors or conjecture that you would like to clear up from season 1?
Rumors? Not really, no. I got the good edit. I was likable. Apparently, me coming out as HIV positive has helped my career because everyone thinks I just used it for that.
Right.
So I'm going to clear that up
You're
right
not even
now.
paused, actually. It's just a lie.
It's just a lie.
You just really like red
Viva-Glam
ribbons.
was just...
Yeah.
That's probably the most hurtful. But, no rumors. I think I pretty much... I went to... I was going to say jail, but I didn't. I went to court.
Court.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, I think that you've enlightened us a lot about the BTS. And,
oh, my God.
And the BT dubs of everything. Where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram. You can pound me on the internet and Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all under Ongina. I'm trying to relaunch my website 10 years later.
Yeah.
But
how is WordPress?
What, fuck off.
Oh
my God.
I know that Willam has this thing about not using professional people to do your shit, so that if you have a WordPress fucking website, she'll call you out. If you have YouTube shows that are iMovies, she'll call you out. If you don't
I get my life on iMovie.
I know,
Come on now.
I know, iMovie's the best. If you don't have microphones that are as legit as these ones we're using, she'll call you out. Because she can tell if you're using a headphone as a microphone.
Girl.
But anyway, yeah, she does. She calls all of them out.
When? I never do.
Oh, please, bitch. You do. But, I'm happy to have been your source of tea for this episode, even though there's not a lot of it. But sorry that I talk too much. I've been told that I talk a lot.
I'm glad that you are here. And
thanks.
If they called you for All Stars 4, would you do it?
Yeah.
What about 5?
Yeah. I will. The thing is this. I think that, you know, it's exciting to be a part of the new generation Drag Race fan.
Yeah.
And because I had just recently became a full-time drag queen, I would love to be able to showcase how I've elevated my drag persona and career from season 1. Because honestly, it's like, being season 1, you have a lot to prove, right? And you have more to prove than anyone else because no one watched a season. So if you come back on All Stars, they're gonna be like, who the fuck are you?
Right.
And then you have to prove to them that you're worth being on All Stars and being there. And so that's kind of like the mentality that I have. Like, I want to be able to show people that I do have some talent and I have elevated my drag some.
And I think people want to know how the fuck you glue those things to your head.
Yeah, super glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just,
Cool.
that's it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
But there is a technique and a secret. I mean, you just put it on, you know. I actually have bald spots for where the follicles of hair has been ripped out completely.
I didn't know that you had hair, but your hairline is obviously
Oh no,
intact.
I'm a fully hairy queen.
I've just never seen that much growth on it, I guess. Or I see you in makeup, and do you cover that with foundation?
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't grow out my hair because the brand, the Ongina brand is bald. So
can't grow out my beard. Oops, wait.
I know. No, I'm actually going through laser therapy right now, removing my facial hair. I'm really excited.
Nice. Well, catch her at ProLays in Glendale.
No, actually, it's Laser Away on Robertson Boulevard.
Oh.
Slay.
Sponsored.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing your story.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I had so much fun.
All right, tune in next week for more Race Chaser or whenever you listen to the next. I don't know. Right?
Bye.
Is it a weekly?
Bye. Is it a weekly?
Race Chaser.
Race Chaser is not endorsed by World of Wonder, Viacom, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. RuPaul's Drag Race and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.
So this is a special bonus clip because I don't want to stop talking to Angina because I could speak to you for hours.
Thank you. And apparently I talk a lot because I did a panel on DragCon one time and I basically cut everyone off. Like I just cut you off.
Oh, were you more interesting than them?
Well, I mean, like Merle was trying to say something and
Say no more.
Merle was trying to say something and she was saying it too slow. So I just interrupted and added my point of view.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm such
So,
an asshole.
what are your thoughts on All Stars? Everyone had hoped you'd be on it.
Well,
All Stars 3.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm actually very happy for being highly rumored to be on All Stars 3 because of that I'm working.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't just have to be you don't have to be casted. You could be highly rumored and you'll get bookings.
Yeah.
But my thoughts on All here's the thing. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, people are not.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. This is purely my opinion. One, I love that BB gets to be exposed again.
True.
And no
Yes.
one ever said that a winner couldn't come back.
Mhm.
But you already won.
Yeah, why?
Like, give another bitch a chance, right? Like,
Yeah.
I get why Rue did it. She explained why, and I'm just like, but she already won. She has the title, the crown, the money. Well, not the money, but you know what I mean. So it's like, give the other bitches a crown who's like are really dying to be a part of All Stars.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
is
then-
that a throwback to the group Viva-Glams?
Say it again.
Never mind.
I hate you. I didn't hear it, but I know I'd hate her for it anyway. So, and then two, I know that no one, like, it's by invitation. The producers
Yes.
will call you and be like, we would love for you to be an All-Stars, right? And I'm still waiting I got invited for All-Stars 1, but I said no because timing was bad. So I said no.
Okay.
Wow.
And I'm glad I said no because I don't know if I would have played well as a group member to another person.
Right.
My final call from them was them saying, we don't see you as having chemistry with the other girls or having any stakes.
Oh, wow.
That was what they told me 40 hours before I was supposed to report after I canceled 3 weeks worth of work in June during Pride Month.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sucks.
And they didn't give a shit. They didn't give me no money. They didn't give me a little fee for thanks for buying all this shit.
Well, for me, when I finally said no, like, kind of a week and a half before they were finalizing everything, somebody from WoW like called me back and was like, we really, really want you in it.
That's what they do.
It wasn't bully. I mean, I wanted to be in it because, again, I wanted to be able to showcase my drag now versus then, but it wasn't the right time, so I said no. But I'm still waiting for my invitation for the later seasons. But the thing is, when you're invited, it's such an honor, right? It really is. It's great.
Yeah.
You want it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, who doesn't want to have all that glory? So you get invited, and then you get ready, and then you go. And I don't think that you go and say, "Ooh, I'm gonna quit." On the third episode, I'm gonna quit. On the fifth episode, when I'm doing so well, I'm gonna quit. I fully believe no one that is invited and casted says that. But Adore quit, and Ben quit.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is, like, why? Why quit? Like, yes, I don't know why they quit. I've never had this conversation with Adore. I've never had this conversation with Ben. But just from watching it, I'm truly asking, questioning, and somewhat disappointed in seeing some of my favorites as a consumer of this product quit the show.
Yeah.
Like, what if you had quit? Because you had that tantrum and you felt like you failed and you were ready to go. What if you're just, I'm so over it, and then just quit? Like, I would be really mad at you too.
I think the quitting, I get it, because sometimes you sign up for something, and then I know when Adore got there, it was very just like, all of a sudden this woman that she tours with, Michelle, is ripping her a new one.
The narrative.
Yeah, it's just like, why are we letting someone who's, they say those who can't do judge or teach or whatever. Like, I don't get why Michelle thought that she was in a position to judge Adore anymore when they're peers, honestly.
Yes.
They're peers. And Michelle is usually tours with drag queens, and it's there before the grace of gays goes she, she credits her whole career to gays, and she should. But
it's a TV show, and her role on the TV show is to be the critiquer. But she was doing that.
They showed stuff that was even harder that she said that went in, I just don't think it was, I don't think I think if Adore thought of it, which I know, I did a gig with her July 4th that year at Parliament House, and she told me she was going to do it, and I was like, oh, wow. And then I found out that Alyssa found out a month after that. They gave some girls way more time to tell them that they were doing it. Wow. But the thing with Ben, I think he didn't want to, it seemed like he didn't want to play the game how they wanted him to play it, with sending people home, tarnishing his reputation. And then I just saw some tweet about Shangela going off about, careful about Ben Della Christ. I know the real tea, and I'm not afraid to air out the house and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah. And she tweeted and said that was in favor of Ben, actually. She's like, I don't want you to think that I'm reading Ben. This is all just so I can help protect Ben.
But what does she mean? I'll air out all the house. You and I know what went on. It didn't. Maybe she's saying.
Well, I don't. That's the thing. I don't know. But it's just like, for me as a fan of the show, like, Ben would be my winner. Ben would have taken the crown. She competed really, really well. Mm-hmm. And I would have liked to see her go all the way. And I get it. When the narrative is not into your favor and you don't completely 100% agree to it, then maybe best to remove yourself from it. But it's like, you knew what you knew going into it, that you had to eliminate girls. You knew that Michelle Visage is gonna be a bitch on TV. She's not a bitch to you in person, but she's gonna be a bitch on TV. Like, you knew. So it's like, I don't know how, if I was on All Stars 24, how my emotions would be and how that would play a part in, like, being competitive and or whatever.
So you're saying you're gonna quit episode 4?
I'm saying that I might tell another lie to increase my booking fee and continue my work. I'm just kidding.
Busy queen.
But, from photo shoots to dance rehearsals.
Such an asshole. Oh my god.
Race Chaser is not endorsed by World of Wonder, Viacom, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. RuPaul's Drag Race and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.
Forever. Dog.
Race Chaser with Alaska and Willam is a Forever Dog podcast.
Produced by Big Dipper.
Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey.
Sound designed by Mike Malarkey.
Our theme song is Race Chaser by Alaska Thunderfuck, which is available on iTunes.
Or wherever fine music is sold.
Can I talk to you about Los Culturistas?
Sure, it's a podcast.
It is, and it's one of the funniest pop culture podcasts that exists today.
No, I actually know about this podcast because Bowen Yang is really funny on Twitter, and I follow him. And his co-host, Matt Rogers, they're basically like, they talk about all the stuff you would read about in Entertainment Weekly, all the stuff you want to know about, the stuff that happened before. It's like they're pop culture warriors.
I did their live show in San Francisco at Clusterfest, and it was so much fun and really hilarious. And they have this segment called I Don't Think So, Honey.
I don't think so, honey. I love that. They do videos of it too. I watched one on Facebook. They've had esteemed guests like Alaska Thunderfuck. I don't know how to say that. Margaret Cho,
French.
Phoebe Robinson, Rachel Bloom, and Time Magazine named it one of the 50 best podcasts to listen to right now. And I don't not agree.
Yes. So run, don't walk, because Las Culturistas is on the Forever Dog Podcast Network, just like we are. So subscribe today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states.